Okay, so here we have a problem that says, what is the equation of this graph? And we're given the shape of a graph, and it says y equals, it puts a box. Do not use any spaces, use the hat mark to represent exponents. Okay, so first of all, I apologize for the sound of a fan in the background. It's really hot today, so sorry, I'm not turning off my fan today to make this video. Okay, so after that's been said, first let's look at the shape of this video. It looks like an upward facing parabola. So first of all, anytime we have an upward facing parabola, or anytime we have this kind of general shape at all, we want to use the base graph of y is equal to x squared. So this general shape is y is equal to x squared. And I'll also post a link in the description of the look of different shapes of base graphs that I think will be very helpful for doing these types of problems in the future. Also, I just want to note that there's lots of ways to do this type of a problem, and this is only one solution, one way to do the solution. So if you have been learning how to do these types of problems in a different way, leave that information in the comments down below, and I will do my best at getting to a video that would explain it better based on the information that you've been using to make these kinds of equations from your class. Okay, so from here, once we know that our base graph is y is equal to x squared, we can use the formula. I like to use the vertex form when it's easy to see the vertex. The vertex is where the graph changes from decreasing to increasing. So in this case, like right here is the vertex. And vertex form is y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k, where h comma k is the vertex of this graph. And A just basically says how wide or how narrow the graph is. Also, if A is negative, the graph would be faced upside down. It would be opening down. So just to keep that in mind. Okay, so first thing we can do is to find our vertex. So the vertex of this problem is right here, like I said before, which is the point 0, 1. X is 0 and y is 1. So that gives us that our h is 0 and our k is 1. We can start by substituting that into our formula. Y is equal to a times x minus, since h is 0, we can plug that in for h squared, plus k is 1, so we'll plug that in for 1. And since it's minus 0, we can simplify by just getting rid of that minus 0 and writing it as y is equal to a times x squared. And since it's just x squared, we don't really need that parentheses. So we can just make it ax squared plus 1. So to finish finding the equation of the graph, keep in mind that the equation of the graph is always going to have an x and a y still in it, like how it has y is equal to. So the last thing we need to find is this a, and then we're done. In order to find the a, I like to find another point on the graph that's easy to see, like where it's crossing two numbers. So since this is 1 for x here, and this is 3 for y, this point looks pretty easy to see. That is the point 1, 3. So using that point, we can substitute in values for x and y. Not that we'll substitute them for the actual equation, but we'll substitute them to help us find a. So if we substitute in 3 for y is equal to a times 1 squared plus 1. Simplifying, 1 squared is just 1, and a times 1 is just a, so that would be 3 is equal to a plus 1. And then moving the 1 over, subtract 1 on both sides. 3 minus 1 is 2. So that gives us that 2 is equal to our value of a. Plugging that back in right here, we get an equation that looks like, where we're leaving y is y and x is x. We have y is equal to 2, we're plugging in 2 for a, x squared plus 1. So now we have an equation that only has x and y in it and everything else is just numbers. So that would be the equation of our graph. And there we go. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please like the channel, like the video and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more homework help videos. Also, leave any questions that you have in the comments. If you'd like to see a video on a specific question, feel free to leave that in the comments, or if it's a picture and it's hard to share in the comments, you can send that to my email, which is also down in the description. And I've had quite a few questions from students or from people who've been watching my YouTube videos about how I write on the board. So I'll also leave information down in the description about the digital pen that I use to write on the board in case you find that to be helpful. If you'd like to do online tutoring or if you would like to be tutored online, a digital pen can be helpful with that. And I also do offer online tutoring, and I'm offering a 30-minute free session if you'd like to give that a try to do an online session. So yeah, all that information is down in the description. So check it out, and thanks for watching.